Now, let's go to migration. And it seems that the Labor Party federally has finally started to listen to what's happening in this country when it comes to our record levels of migration. I mean, they're belated and it's reluctant, obviously, because some of us have been talking about this for most of the year. We were certainly bringing a lot of attention to that issue on this program back in May and earlier. Have a look. We're talking about net migration to this country of 400,000 people this year. That's 100,000 more than the peak back in 2009. And it will still be more than 300,000 people next year. Now, these are huge numbers, and even big Australia fans like me have got to be worried about how we can handle this many people so quickly. Well, incredibly, those numbers were way under. We're getting the official figures released this week, and they confirm that in the year to June, Australia's net migration figure was 510,000 people. We added 510,000 immigrants to this country in the last year. 500,000 people. Now, I want to show you some pictures to put this into perspective. Let's have a look at the city of Newcastle on the north coast, central north coast of New South Wales. Major manufacturing hub in the past, and a massive, sprawling regional city is Newcastle. You can see areas of the CBD there, and the suburbs go south along the coast. They go inland and stretch to the town of Maitland on the Hunter River. Now, the metropolitan population for the Maitland-Newcastle area is only 461,000. We're bringing in more people in 1 year than all of Newcastle and Maitland. We could go and have a look at Canberra, the nation's capital. We all have seen that sprawl out across the sweeping hills of the ACT over the past few decades. Again, in the 460,000s, we've brought in more migrants in 1 year than the entire population of Canberra. And to make the point even more strongly, think about Tasmania, one of our states. You know about the capital, Hobart, what a beautiful city it is down there on the Derwent, but there are other regional towns like Launceston and Devonport. The total population of Tasmania is 570,000 people. So we almost brought in the population of Tasmania in 1 year. It is just incredible. We've added a state virtually in 1 year of immigration. No wonder there are price pressures in this country. No wonder the freeways are jammed. No wonder housing prices are going up and rents are soaring. Labor has finally seen the writing on the wall and promised it will reduce our immigration numbers. Here's the Home Affairs Minister, Claire O'Neill.
We are going to make sure that we bring numbers back under control, that we build a better planned system around essential things like housing, and perhaps most importantly of all, that we build a program that delivers for the national interest.
Yeah, could this be a little bit of a case of too little, too late here with the Labor Party? They're saying they're going to have stronger English tests for international students. They want to clamp down on international students gaming the system. They're saying the right things about drastically reducing our migration intake, but do they really believe this? In their heart, you'd think not. They haven't really stood firmly for secure, orderly migration in this country over recent decades. So let's hope they follow through their words with the actions required over the next year. I mean, if they're really serious about this, why wasn't Anthony Albanese out there announcing this policy today? We shall see how quickly they can bring Australia's out of control immigration back into an orderly process.